in 2021, PNC acquired BBVA USA. That caused a lot of headaches for folks using QuickBooks Online that had QuickBooks Payments. Basically, the issues are you could run across doubling your income on the profit and loss statement, which is not good, and just inaccurately recording the QuickBooks payments. So I'm here to share with you how you can do step-by-step cleanup. So one scenario is you've created a PNC account, QuickBooks, and you've linked it to the bank feeds, no problem. But you forgot to go into the settings behind the scenes and change the account to where you want QuickBooks to record the QuickBooks payments from your invoicing that you send out. So that's an issue because you just aren't going to be able to see it or match it because it's going to the old BBVA account. So when we fix it, we're going to have to go one by one and manually move them over to the new PNC account. To do that, there is a setting that has a little pencil there. So that's really going to be your first business. Your first homework is to go into your account settings, gear icon, account settings, payments on the left. Scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says chart of accounts. Tell us where in QuickBooks you want to automatically record the standard deposits, instant deposits, and your processing fees. So click that pencil, make sure it is properly matched up to the new bank account that you have. Also, while you're there, download the monthly statements. Start with October 2021 because that's when the change happened for most people, and get each monthly statement so you can look to see those accounts. And that will be the first thing to do. Then the second thing to do to prepare for your successful cleanup is you need to search and filter out the system recorded deposits and the system recorded payment fees. As QuickBooks, as soon as somebody pays you with an invoice online, it is automatically marked paid in QuickBooks. It temporarily goes in the undeposited funds, and then when the money is settled, it batches all of the customer payments that day can go together. So if 5 people paid you in one day, they would all get batched together and deposited in that account. And so we got to find those system recorded ones that are not reconciled on the old BBVA after it was closed and move them to the new PNC bank account. And so this is the process that we do. And then when everything's done, you've got to reconcile out the old account to zero it out, and you got to reconcile the new account. And after you successfully do that, you should feel a lot more confident going forward that you got everything right. Let me share with you a demo of how this process is going to look. All right, here we are in my demo account. And so the first thing we can do is let's take a look to verify that you've got a BBVA account zeroed out, and we have a PNC account as well. Okay, so if you were to select the BBVA account, you're going to start to see, you know, these icons here, what's been reconciled in the past and all that. But your goal is to find the ones that say system recorded fee or system recorded deposit, and the ones that do not have any matching transactions. Because guess what? All of these ones right here, they belong to the new bank account. If you get out your PNC account, they're going to belong to there. And so what we would need to do is try to search. You just do a Control F and type system, and that should tell you the ones, anything that's not green. So this one is reconciled, you keep it. But if you see one that's system record fee, here's a $10 fee, October, and look at the dates too. It might help if you filter and do like October 1st, 2021, and just do 1 month at a time. That would be a very systematic approach. So here's all my October. And remember, these are system recorded. So unfortunately, we forgot to go before into the account settings and changed it to tell QuickBooks where to map it. All of these belong inside of the PNC account. So it's a pain, but it's possible. You're just going to basically open them up one at a time, right? And then just come up here and switch it to PNC. And when you're done doing that, let's go ahead and do a few more here. When you're done, you're going to then go over to Transactions, Banking, which I really do not enjoy the Transactions tab because it says Confirm and Review. I cannot stand that. So I'm going to switch that by clicking on the gear icon. I'm going to switch to Account View. This is definitely the premier view to be in. So you should take my advice on this. Make sure it says Banking on the left side. If it says Transactions, go ahead and switch it on over. And I have many of my clients do that, but then it makes QuickBooks updates and it switches back to Transactions. And it's kind of frustrating that you have to keep doing that. But I like that because I can see really easily it found it, a match, where before I kind of would have to force confirm, and I don't like that other one, as you can tell. So I enjoy this right here. So I would look here, I would see the Intuit account here. Here's our system deposit here. I can open that up real quick and show you this is the system recorded one, right? It would have come out of the bank. It would have come from basically like the undeposited funds account in there. So that's the one we're going to match. When we hit match, I can match that, and I can also match the $40 payment fee as well right here to that expense. And they're typically one day before because it records automatically the next day it has that. So it used to be a while that could take 5 days with a bank transfer. Now it's pretty much the next day you're going to get that. You're also going to pay a fee as well, up to $10 for ACH fee. But anyways, that's that. And now we're still not done yet because there is an issue where if you run your profit and loss report in October, okay, let's go back to October 1st. Let's do 1 month at a time. Cash. All right, so I'm just looking at the income here, and I'm going to select the 48,000 here. And so when I'm looking at this here, I'm going to see an issue. You should never see an Intuit like this selected it here. Okay, so here we've got a duplicate record of 3,500. So services is 3,500. This is the true invoice, and the true payment was paid on 10/11. But then we got this deposit here that it has been forced. And so I'm going to open up this deposit here, and I'm going to show you how you can tell it's been forced. When you're in the bank deposit and you see right here just like services and that is wrong. Okay, you should always 100% match a Intuit payment. And when you come up here, you can also see this is also bad too because it says manually added. That's bad too. And so what that means is you got it into, you forced it in the new account. Once they started coming into PNC, there was no match if you hadn't changed the account settings. So therefore, the user would have forced it to add it and, would have come in here and changed it to what you want here. So this is wrong. I'm going to delete this. If it had been reconciled, there's another issue going on at play here. So hopefully they're not reconciled. But if it was reconciled, you get a warning, this has already been reconciled. You would have to undo those reconciliations and then replace it with a new reconciliation. All right, so let's take a look at I'm going to follow along with me here. I'm going to try to find that. I'm going to select the this one true source here. Okay. All right. And I see this is the correct one. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go a different path here. All right. I'm going to see it's in undeposited funds. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to see that this is the one that's in BBVA. So it needs to get switched over to the PNC. Now, I remember I deleted one before, so here it is. Whenever you delete something from the bank feeds, the PNC bank feeds, it pops back in there. Okay, so I can now see. Okay, this was originally system recorded to BBVA. I switched it to PNC. Now it's got the match here. Okay, let me make a few mistakes here. Like, since I don't have 475 here, I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm just gonna code it. One true source. I'm going to type just sales, and I'm going to show you how to find that by looking in the PNC register. Rather than the profit and loss, I can kind of come down here and I can see sales right here for 475, the Intuit deposit here. So that's a mistake, right? Deposit. Now, some deposits don't have to have an invoice. Like this AdSense right here, this affiliate commission, that's just a straight bank deposit. That's fine. But since I know one true source has an invoice, I need to find that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to BBVA, look for that 475. Here it is. Remember, I have it filtered. And another thing is you can do reconciliation no status. That would be another option, just to filter it out quicker. I would need to move this to the correct PNC account. Save and close. Now let's go to the PNC, and I'm going to see the take off the no status. Let's just search for $475. Okay, so at this point I've identified the correct one is this one. The incorrect one is this one up here that says sales, one true source. That is wrong. So I'm going to need to delete this. All right, I just double check this was manually added wrong. Okay, I'm going to hit more, delete. You sure? Yep. Okay, and now I want this to be matched. So I would go back to banking or transactions, the banking, click on it. And now I can see this is the true match right here, this deposit right there. So it could be also, remember, multiple customers in one time that's batched out to do that. So, all right, we're not out of the woods yet. You would definitely need to go into the reconcile and reconcile each month to make sure there's nothing loose ends and tidy everything up, make sure everything gets accounted for. Remember, you can go to the account settings, payments to view all of your QuickBooks payments statements and do a query to see all of the records over the last months or so to get back into information back there. So I've shared with you how to clean up. I've shared with you how to rematch it. Again, the first step would be first, don't ever, even payments. Don't add QuickBooks payments. Don't come in here and do like QuickBooks payments fees, $10. No, if you did that, you're doubling it up, because in the BBVA, you definitely have you have, where am I looking for? No status. Here we go. You have all these fees here. So all of these, unfortunately, you can't click them all and move them over. You just have to go one at a time, edit, move it over, and then you're done. And that gets matched. And move them over. Those are going to all get matched up on the PNC side. And that would mean that you'd also have to go and delete the added bank charges, QuickBooks Payments charges. So when you're done, you would navigate on over to PNC. I should see some matches right now. So yeah, you can see right now they're matched up here. That's great. And just kind of look at the dates, try to match it up with the day before. So this is the 23rd, this is 24th. That's the one I would match right there. All right. So I guess my last lesson here is let's talk about Rewind. So you should check out Rewind. It is a great tool that allows you to undo deleted transactions in your QuickBooks and bring them back to life into QuickBooks Online. So that could be a great safety net for making backups available to you. So I'll put a link in the description, and you can check out Rewind, which is a third-party app that helps you protect your data and helps you really rewind to a previous state after you've connected your account to it. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you have a good time. This helps clean up your accounts properly. Talk to you later.